KLEK 102.5 FM weather. It'll be mostly sunny today, the high in the mid-70s, northwest wind 10 to 15. Light winds tonight, mostly clear near 50. A slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm late in the day on Saturday. It'll be partly to mostly sunny in the mid to upper 70s and a south-southeast wind 10 to 20 with a few higher gusts. Saturday night, partly cloudy in the low 50s, and it'll be near 70 with sunshine for Sunday. Your life, your music, we're KLEK 102.5 FM.
From Feature Story News in London, I'm Ollie Barrett. Sri Lanka's president says the alleged ringleader of the Easter bombings, a radical preacher, was killed in the attacks. Tens of thousands of people have been evacuated in northern Mozambique as Cyclone Kenneth moves inland. Amazon has doubled its profit in the first 3 months of this year, according to its latest earnings report. And UK government ministers are being told to cooperate in an investigation into leaks about discussions about the Chinese telecoms firm Huawei.
It's 9:01.
KLEK LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday to you. I hope that you're having a great start to your day. You're tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, and my special guest this morning is Mrs. Kesha Haggans from the Jonesboro, the Jonesboro Urban Renewal and Housing Authority. Ooh, that's a mouthful. And she is the FSS coordinator, which is the Family Self-Sufficient Program. And we're going to dive right into that. I want to say good morning to Miss Keandria. Oh, quite a few people. Keandria Porter says good morning, loves. And Chanel Scales, Teresa Jones says good morning. Good morning to everybody. Thank you for tuning in. All right, so first one, you introduce yourself. Tell us, how long have you been with this program?
Well, good morning. Thank you for having me, Kobila. I have been with this program since December the 3rd of 2008. So I just transitioned last year up until now. So I was at Mid-South Health Systems, and now I'm at Jura.
Has this been a big change or adjustment, moving from one totally different type of agency to another?
Absolutely. It is totally different. It's from one extreme to the other, but it's worth it. It's what I tell a lot of people that I talk to now. It's totally different. I never thought I would do something like this. Okay. But it's so rewarding, and it's so different. It's so, I won't say totally out of my element. It's something, coaching a little bit is in the background. So that's something I like to do. So I'm basically getting paid to do what I love to do anyway, encouraging and motivating people. So it's fantastic. I love it.
That's awesome. So we're going to get right into what this program is. But first of all, how long has it been available to the residents that are eligible for the program?
Okay. Let me start out by saying this. I didn't even know about this program until I applied for it. I saw the position open. I was feeling like I needed some change. Okay. And I saw this position open. I was like, what in the world is this? So family self-sufficient, that's what caught my eye. So it's actually been in existence since 1993.
Really?
Yes. And I didn't know anything about this program until last year when I actually saw the job opening, and I was like, what in the world is this? So since 1993 it's been it's been open.
And I'm looking at the fact sheet, and it says it's open for participants in the Section 8 voucher program, and I wonder how many of those residents that have either had Section 8 or haven't access to it now even knew or know what's available for them. We hear about other programs that allow people to build what they call escrow. We'll get more into that. Or they build a savings account. They are able to put back and apply that later to what their housing or other necessities that help, increase the quality of their life. I know many people who could have benefited from this program that may not even knew about it.
Well, this is the thing. When people come in, this is how you're able to find out about
Okay.
it. When people come in to get set up for the vouchers, they have to come to what we call a briefing, a juror briefing. So it is explained in there in the briefing.
Okay.
It is, since I've been there, I'm sure they've done this for years. So I can only tell you what I've experienced.
Okay.
There is a briefing, and when you come to your briefing for your to let you know about the Section 8 and everything that encompasses, there is a section of time they tell you about the FSS program.
Okay.
Now, a lot of people don't really pay attention to it. That's the key.
Okay.
Because there is a waiting list, and you do have an opportunity to sign up on the waiting list. Okay, so it is presented, but I think sometimes it may go over your head like, oh, that's not really okay, whatever. That's just something that they're talking about. So if you are on section, if you're gonna get signed up for it, pay attention in the briefings because and now I come in there, and talk about it. So you're gonna see my face during the briefings, and I give you a big spiel about it. Not a big, about a 10-minute spiel about it. But it is made known, but sometimes I think people just don't really pay attention to it that much, that it really is a valuable program.
Well, I hope that after today, more people have a little more awareness about it, and even if they can't utilize the program, they may know someone else who can, and will encourage them, go check this out. This can be beneficial for you and your family to become more self-sufficient. And
absolutely,
it's such a rewarding feeling when you can do things on your own and you're not dependent on a lot of services. And not to get too political, but with the state of the national finances, we never know what's going to be available, and so we need to start again looking toward those avenues that can help us become more self-sufficient.
Absolutely.
We'll get off from that soapbox. We're gonna get into the program. So what is the Family Self-Sufficiency Program?
Okay, so it is a lot of stuff I'm going to read because I don't want to I want to stay on track and say exactly what I need to say.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
it is a voluntary program. I think that's the most important thing. I think sometimes maybe in the briefing when it is gone over, it may come across as I have to do this, I'm not going to pay attention to it.
Okay.
You don't have to do this. It's a voluntary program. Okay, it's a 5-year voluntary program. It helps families obtain the skills they need to achieve financial independence. And then we offer support to all the participating families through local agencies, through case management, education, job training, newsletters, workshops, support meetings, and other appropriate services to assist the family.
So this is all encompassing. It's not just one person or here's some paperwork, here's a list of responsibilities on your part, and we'll see you again in 3 to 6 months and then check up on you in a year and that kind of thing.
No, with what I've tried to do with the participants, I'm probably jumping ahead, but right now we have about 28 participants. So we try to keep we have to keep 25, no less than 25, no more than 30 right now.
Okay.
We may try to bump up to 35, but we have to have at least 25 in this program. So what I've tried to do since I've been there since December, first you have to develop relationships with people. I just can't come in here and just bombard and just, try to take over and not develop a relationship with the participants. I have to get to know you. You have to get to know me. You have to trust me. So I can help you get to your goals. So with everything that's I do keep. You can ask any. I keep in constant contact. I'm forever emailing somebody something. I'm always mailing stuff out. I call them. I check up on them. They have to come and see me.
Okay.
They have to come in and see me. We do have workshops that are every other month, so it's 6 workshops a year that they're required to come. If they can't come to the workshop, then they have to come in the office and see me. So if we have a workshop, say we have one, we didn't have one this month, so I need to see everybody in April.
Okay.
We'll have a workshop next month, so I don't necessarily have to see you unless you can't come. Then you have to come in because we have to stay in contact, and that's a big part of it. If we don't stay in contact, I don't know what's going on with you. You may be dealing with an issue. If you come and talk to me, I can help you, figure out what the solution to it. So constant contact is a big thing.
Now with the workshops, is this where all of the participants come together for I want to say a meeting, but to discuss whatever needs to be discussed at the time?
So the workshops are one of my favorite things.
Okay.
And we bring people in to discuss different things. Like the first workshop I put on, I had Gerard Lockhart and Carla Lee, and we discussed acing the interview. So it was discussing, first of all, when you interview for a job, is it something that you really want to do, the job that you're going? Now, sometimes we have to do what we need to do until we can do better.
Yes, ma'am.
But, are you really motivated are you motivated to work? Do you really want to go to work? What are you wearing when you go to work? What are you saying in these interviews? Are you preparing for your interviews? Are you getting up on time to go to the interview? Are you, getting your clothes out before? Are you scrambling? Are you on time? It's just laying out the basics of an interview, how to interview and how to interview well for whatever job it may be.
Okay.
So that was a really, really excellent workshop. And I can say from that workshop, I've had several participants that said because of that workshop, they went out and got jobs. I promise you. It was, I think it was last week or the week before. They just kept calling. I was like, I got a job. And it was because of the workshop that wasn't talking beneath them. It wasn't talking, at them.
Yes.
It was just a discussion of how you can be better and how to help you be better. So that was one workshop. The next workshop we had, it was Rashida Hamilton and Christy Conway, and they did about how to create a balanced life.
Ooh,
I took notes, honey. I took several notes. Okay, I was the note taker for that. But it just talked about how you are trying to do school. I have a lot of single parents. Your emotional health, dealing with your children, trying to work, trying to find work, trying to go to school, trying to keep your house up, trying to go to all these appointments, trying to, just everything. Mm-hmm. So it was just basically how to balance out just your entire life, just the whole plate of your life. Wow. So that was fantastic.
I just had a discussion with Dr. Loren from ASU. We were talking about oftentimes we get caught up in this cycle of focusing on one aspect of our life that we leave out all this other stuff over here.
Absolutely.
And so then our emotional and physical starts to deteriorate because we're so focused on our financial or whatever else. So it's like...
And you got to find a balance in it. Because once one part falls apart, everything else... If your health falls apart, you got to be healthy to work. You got to be healthy to go to school. You got to be healthy to take care of your family. Mm-hmm. So if your health deteriorates and falls apart, and that's not just physical, that's your mental health. That's everything, your emotional health. If all that crumbles, then everything else just falls apart.
Yes, ma'am.
So you have to be, I'm talking to me too. Oh. You have to be balanced in your life, Kesha. You have to be balanced in your life.
All right.
Yes.
I want to say good morning to Mr. Haggans. Officer, you should be out there patrolling those streets of Jonesboro.
Hi, boo.
He says, hey, Miss Haggans. And I want to say good morning to Mrs. Maddie Warren. Thank you all for checking in. And to Dr. Lisa Jones, who says good morning. All right,
awesome. So... I want to we have a workshop coming up, in May.
Problem.
For our participants, and it's going to be parenting 101 and life strategies. It's going to put that on. So it's going to talk about parenting skills from baby, toddlers, adolescents, and teenagers, and even adults. Because as your child grows, your parenting skills have to expand.
Oh yes, ma'am.
So, amen.
I know all the parents out there can attest to that. And do you feel when people hear the term parenting class or parenting workshop, they're like, you're going to tell me how to raise my kid? Kind of get the eye roll thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. But it's not, it's not that. And the thing is, we all as parents can use help. And I'm not trying to tell you, because I'm not going home with you. At the end of the day, I'm not going to your house. So I just need to provide you the skills to take to the house with you, because I'm not going with you. So yeah, sometimes people do, like you said, get out like, you can't tell me how to raise my kids. and guess what? I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to offer you advice so you can take it or leave it. So
all right.
you can do what you will with it. But the workshop is gonna be great. It's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be through life strategy. So I'm excited about that one too.
All right.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
And so, do you have the rest of the year planned out, or do you take an assessment of what the clients need, or like how does that work when you're planning your workshops?
Excuse me. I try to look what I wanted to do just coming in. I didn't want to just per se pound them with just, you know, we do a lot of budgeting and different things like this. So I didn't want to pound them with just like meticulous workshops of like, I wanted to give life strategy, quote unquote, workshops first. You know, balancing your life and how to do different things, how to stay motivated. So I kind of wanted to hit the life stuff first before we get into all the budgeting and how to do this and that. Because they've had some of that stuff before, so I wanted to bring something a little bit different. Just kind of being more personable a little bit before we get into all that other stuff. So I do have some of the other ones lined out, not all of them, but I kind of, and then just trying to get a feel for what I think they need. Because I try to make the newsletters, because we do newsletters as well. I try to make the newsletters coincide with the workshops as well. So since we're doing parenting, the newsletter for June and July, that will be a parenting newsletter with different things in that. When it was tax refund season, my newsletter was finances, how to take, you know, what to do with your tax refunds, and just different little tips and just different, you know, smart things to do. The first newsletter, since we did acing the interview, we talked about motivation and interviewing, and so I try to make everything kind of coincide. Try to mesh it together.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you get feedback from the participants saying that they feel like somebody really cares about them, and you're listening to them, and you're really trying to help them versus giving them a handout or just kind of throwing something at them? You're actually embracing them and empowering them. Yes.
Now, yes, they've got to my heart. I will say, and I wasn't. We had someone. I'm not allowed to give names and stuff like that, but as far as our participants, but we did have one person that graduated. She was our first graduate for me in February, and she really. I don't think she was really feeling me at first, because, you know, it was a new face, and, you know, I could tell she was a little hesitant. I wasn't offended. I was just like, okay, you know, I'll work with what I can get. But she was more comfortable with my supervisor, and I'm like, that is fine, because my supervisor, when they were transitioning coordinators, she took over until somebody else came in. And that was fine. I wasn't offended by that. And she, at the end of the grad, I was so proud of her. Wow. I was so proud, because I saw where she came and where she ended up going. Wow. And just to see her like transform, I was so proud of her, because she's older. She's a little bit older. And I was just proud. I was just so proud of her. And she brought me a basket, like a little goodie basket. And I was just like,
that is so sweet.
So so I didn't think she really was like, you know, feeling me. But even the card was sweet. So it just that, and sometimes I get emails saying, hey, this has happened, thank you so much. You know, I've had one particular, she'll come in and she'll say, do you think I can do this? Do you really think I can? Because I would never not tell them that they can't do anything. I would never do that. If they think that they can fly to the moon, what I'm going to say is, let's look at this realistically. Okay. Now, we may not be able to fly to the moon, but let's read a book about how to get to the moon. Okay. So my job is to look at it, you know, the realistic part of it. So I'll never shoot them down, ever. I will never crush, because they have goals, and we'll talk about that. Yes. But they have different goals and things that they, you know, want to set and do. But I'll never crush them. All right. Ever.
Awesome. All right. So now I got you sidetracked. I know. I'm sorry. How does the program actually work?
Okay, so the FSS participants, they have to be a participant of Section 8. Okay. So, no, you can't just come in and say, hey, Kesha girl, I want to get signed up for the self-family. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to be a part of Section 8 voucher program. And then I'm assisted to help families. So once you become a part of Section 8 program, then there is a waiting list that you must sign up. There's a sheet that you complete. They give me the sheet, and then I add it to our waiting list. And so as people graduate, or if something happens and we have, and room becomes available for the program, then I'll send out letters.
Okay.
It's your responsibility to contact me and say, I would like to be a part of this program. Okay. And then from there, I will set up a couple of briefing meetings just to see if this is something that you really want to do. Okay. And we go through everything step by step. Okay. Yep.
We're going to get ready to come up on a break, and I don't want to get too deep because I do want you to explain, more detail where in the part where it talks about you will discuss the family's goals and expectations. Okay. And because I want you to give us kind of a sample, I guess you say, of a goal list of what are some typical goals that maybe some of the past participants have come up with, and what's everything in between. So I want people to really get a good view, hopefully a deeper understanding of this program, so that they can, if they are on Section 8, they can sign up. Absolutely. Or if they know someone that can utilize the program. Mm-hmm. And when you mention that it's a 5-year program, 5 years is not a lot in retrospect. It's not. I can think back to 5 years ago what I was doing. It's like I could have done something else or been more productive. Mm-hmm. Like I could have been in a different place. 5 years will creep up on you quick. Absolutely. All right, so we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get deeper into our discussion. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for supporting, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM after these announcements.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
Women, want to get your husband to do what you want? I'm Mark Merrill with today's Family Minute. Remember Connect the Dots? It's the kids' game where you draw a line from dot to dot until a bigger picture is made. Like this game, some guys like me need to be led from dot to dot if you want us to get the big things done. So here are some ways to connect the dots and get your husband to do what you want. First, ask them. Men are not as intuitive as women, so we need to be told the bottom line of what you want done. Second, ask with kind words and a kind tone. How you say it is just as important as what you say. For more ways to get your husband to do what you want, visit my blog at markmerrill.com. Remember, your family first.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a non-profit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook and KNOMEGA1908.com.
Hello everyone, this is Brother Carls of KLEK 102.5 FM. We're having our fund drive. We are seeking 100 donors to give at least $20 per month. But we are happy with any gift, large or small. Come by our studio at 1411 Franklin Street in Jonesboro. Call us at 870-277-1080, or you can visit our website at klekfm.org. Or you can use the Cash App $KLEKFM or text KLEK1 and send it to 44321. This is Brother Carl's Victory Praise Gospel, all Gospel Wednesday. So please, all my listeners, let's donate.
Hello, I'm Officer Jonathan Haggans of the Jonesboro Police Department. One of the best decisions I ever made was to join the Jonesboro Police Department. Since joining, I've had the pleasure to give back, protect, and serve my community. Now I want to let you know about that same opportunity. The Jonesboro Police Department will conduct testing for the patrol officers at the Valley View High School. Applications are available online at jonesboropolice.com. The Jonesboro Police Department offers a competitive salary, health, and retirement benefits, top-of-the-line training, and most importantly, the chance to make a difference in the Jonesboro community. Join me in making Jonesboro a better place The Jonesboro Police Department is an equal opportunity employer, and women and minorities are especially encouraged to apply. More information, 870-935-5657.
Applications are being accepted. Applications are available at jonesboropolice.com.
Fullness of Joy Ministries is continuing the legacy of Elder Susan W. Rogers with the Empowering Women Conference. The 2019 Moving Forward Conference will be held at Fullness of Joy Ministries, 2120 Thorn Street, on April 26th through the 28th. The speakers include Bishop Adrian Rogers on Friday, April 26th at 7 p.m., and First Lady Carol Smith and Minister Ashley Johnson Saturday, April 27th at 9 a.m. Sunday will host Apostle Berlinda Helms for the 11 a.m. service and First Lady Caretha Coleman that night at 7 p.m. More information about the Moving Forward Conference 2019 is available at mediafoj@gmail.com or 870-930-9569.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM with my special guest, Mrs. Kesha Haggans from the, I'm going to say the Jonesboro Housing Authority, but it's the, Urban Renewal and Housing Authority. And she works
known as the HUD office.
The HUD office. And she works with the FSS, which is the Family Self-Sufficiency Program. So we're going to get right back into our conversation. But I want to say good morning to Mr. Corey Mills, Ms. Robin Kuykendall, Ms. Toya Thompson-Barnes, who says good morning.
Good morning.
All right. So, and again, as I stated before, even if you're not on Section 8, you may know someone who is that may can benefit from this program. So please encourage them to go see Ms. Kesha and at least start the discussion and see if it is a fit for them. All right. So before we went to break, we were going to get into laying out the goals. So you help the clients lay out their goals, and so walk us through what a typical, I won't say typical, maybe a sample goal sheet may look like.
Okay, so let me start with this. So some of the things, as far as when they're on the program, it's 3 things that will have to happen.
Okay.
Either you need to be employed already or looking for full-time employment, or school. So one of those 3 components. Now you don't have to be working to get on the program. So let me demolish that myth right there. You don't have to be working to get on the program.
Okay.
So it's really to your advantage not to be working, and in that way we'll get in talking about the escrow. When you start working, you'll be putting more escrow into your account. Okay. So we'll talk about that in just a second. But as far as the goals, so when we discuss goals, I always tell the participants, I don't want your goals to be what you think I want your goals to be. Okay. Your goal needs to be something for your life, because it's not my life, it's yours. So one goal could be, I always use this as an example, you may just want to get your driver's license.
Okay.
You may want to just take your test. If you want to get your driver's license, we would set it up like this. Okay, my goal is to get my driver's license, my hard copy driver's license.
Okay.
So the first thing you need to do, you need to get a book or go online and study for the driver's test.
Okay.
We'll figure out a date to have that done. We'll say let's start studying for a month or 2. Let's say 2 months. Let's give ourselves 2 months. We're gonna get the book. We're gonna go online, take the pre-test. We're gonna study for this. Okay. Then at some point, we're actually gonna go to the office and take the driver's permit. We're gonna go take it.
Okay.
So let's give ourselves 4 months to actually go in and take the test. Okay. Now you may fail it the first time. You may fail it 3 times. You may fail it 7 times. It doesn't matter. Just keep trying. So when you finish that, the goal is to go and do the last part, your driving part, and get your actual hard copy.
Okay.
So let's space this goal out. I'm going to give you a year.
Okay.
To do that entire goal, and we just break it up in segments. We just break it up 2 months, 6 months, whatever, however long we may think. And so when I say realistically, if you've never taken the test before, if you don't know how to drive, you're not going to get this done in 2 months.
No.
Okay. So we need to look at this realistically. Let's pace ourselves out for a year.
Okay.
And knock that goal out. So that's just a simple. And I've actually had someone, she failed it 8 times, and she had her goals. She wanted to get the permit, all this stuff, hard copy license. She wanted to buy a car.
Okay.
Last week they were just doing stuff. Surprised me. She came in, she was like, I passed my test. I'm like, you are kidding me. You are kidding me. And she showed it to me. She showed me her permit. She had saved money to go buy. She went and bought a car cash. And so now she goes and gets her hard copy license May the 3rd, I think, or something like that.
Okay.
Like next week.
Okay.
So she had been trying. I talked to her. She wanted to give up. She thought she couldn't do it. I'm like, no, we just go back. She would email me, I failed it again. Okay, go back. When can you go back and retake it? She would get frustrated, but she kept going back 8 times, and she finally passed.
That's awesome.
Okay. So another goal may be, you may want nail tech. Nail tech. You may want to be a nail technician. I'm not telling you to go to college. Do something that you want to do. If that's your passion, why would I tell you to go get a 4-year business degree? If your passion is to do hair, skin, esthetician, nail tech. If that's your passion, let's research the beauty school.
Okay.
Let's see how much money this is going to take. Let's see if we can find some scholarships.
Oh.
Let's see if we can, if your time is going to allot how much time you're going to have to put into this school because you have 3 children.
Oh.
Let's look at all this stuff and write out realistic goals. Okay. So the first goal would be, let's look at the information. Let's look at this. How long do we think this is going to take? Let's make sure your kids are in daycare so you can go to school. Let's look at so we have to lay all this stuff out so you can achieve your goal.
You find that maybe talking with clients who have either been in the program and dropped out and now want to get back in, or other people, new people that they've tried to set goals for themselves in life and they failed. They didn't achieve them for whatever reason. Maybe because they didn't plan properly. Pretty much.
Yeah. And I mean, then you can plan all day, but if you don't work the plan, then it's, okay. I mean, I can help you, and that's my thing. I'm the help. I'm the coach. I'm here to help you. Okay. Like Jerry Maguire said, help me help you. Okay. That's what we're doing. But if I offer you all these things to help you and all this stuff, and if you don't do it, because I can only hold your hands so far. At some point, you're gonna have to. I can show you, give you the phone numbers to make these calls and do this, but at some point, you're gonna have to get up and call and see. If I'm saying, okay, they're saying online it costs this, and this. Can you see if they can do this in payments? I'm giving you the phone number. Okay. It's up to you to call and see. Now, sometimes I will sit in the office and call. I've done that. I've done calls and stuff, but if you at some point need to take the initiative and work the plan as well.
I feel that we've seen this, throughout our life. Some charity, and I had to call it but it's exactly what it is. Charity organizations give handouts, but people, in essence and realistically, need more hands up. That helps to empower them even more, and it creates this sense of I can do something on my own. Absolutely. With just a little extra help.
Absolutely.
But and also the person doesn't become totally dependent, because if you're making all their calls, sending all of their emails, then what are they doing? Waiting on me.
Waiting on me. And then you feel when you do something like that and you've done it. For instance, the young lady that got her permit, and she didn't think she would ever do that. And so once she did that, it was like, oh, okay. If I can do that, I can absolutely do something else. I can do this. I can do that. I can do this. I can call. I can try this. At least try.
That's right.
At least try. And another thing, we also help. We work really close with Bancorp South. As far as working on credit. That is another thing we help our participants. Okay. Working on credit. Not everybody, but one goal can be home ownership. Okay. It can be home ownership, or we can. and we can break that down. We can get you qualified. Well, no, I can't get you qualified, but we can help you work out your credit and get everything lined up where you can go to a bank like Bancorp South, get pre-approved to possibly buy a home. Okay, but we have to look at your credit. We have to get you set up with credit counseling. That's why I said we use Bancorp South a lot, and we can get referrals made. They can go up there and have a credit plan put into action. Wow. So there's a lot of different things that our program can help if you want the help. Okay, it's there.
And I see the under the program how it works. It also outlines, well, basically you connect them. What you just said, you connect them with agencies, resources.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That can help them reach their goals no matter what it is. Mm-hmm. I want to say good morning to Mr. Gerard Lockhart, who says great conversation and great work, sister. This has been a great focus on meeting the individual where they are. Okay. Yeah. Good morning to
Gerard.
Miss Cora Mart and Miss Joanne Taylor says, I'm proud of you, my darling.
Oh, that's my auntie from Texas. Hey, auntie.
All right. So I want to make sure we get through the rest of these. I know I've been getting you all sidetracked. I'm sorry.
Okay. That's okay.
But,
We're just flowing. It's okay.
So what are the benefits? Now we talked about, and you've kind of touched on a little bit, the benefits, but once someone starts marking things off their goal list, or they actually reach all of their goals, like what are the benefits of going through this program?
Okay. Well, the benefits to me, is the transformation.
Okay.
That's the big benefit. Seeing where you were, thinking that you couldn't, and now you've done all these things. That is like the biggest, when they come in and they've gotten a new job, or like I keep going back to the license, because if you could have seen, I wish I could have even brought her, but just the excitement, because I saw when she was kind of deflated, because she was just like, it's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna, it's not gonna happen. And then, and she got a job, so she had some her employment ended to no fault of her own, and she ended up getting another job, and just she came in a totally like she was glowing. She came in a totally different. Her head was up. She was smiling, and she was just so happy. And I was just like, I'm so proud of it. It's just like, it was just transformation. So that's the biggest benefit to me. Okay. It's just transformation. So, but being able to be totally self-sufficient, and just wanting to do different, wanting to be better, wanting to have different for your children, leaving something for your children, showing them, hey baby, we used to do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's and let me say that there's nothing wrong with getting help, getting assistance. There's nothing wrong. I have been there, done that. I have been there, done that. Okay, been there. So even when I can tell them that I was there, I was a single parent. I got pregnant at 15 and got pregnant at 17. Okay, I was living over there on Alpine and Walker Court. So there's nothing wrong. I've been there. I've done that. So there's nothing wrong with it. So I think even being able to connect with them on that level too, ma'am. Saying, hey, it's okay. It's okay. Yes, so another benefit is, what else did I say? Oh, getting your credit.
Oh, ma'am. And that's
together. Because I think sometimes people, especially us as a culture, we're almost afraid to look at the credit. Like I think we think if we don't look at it, it's going to go away.
No.
But it's yet going to be there.
Because when you try to apply for something, they're going to.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
yeah. So, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, everybody got issues and stuff with it. Everybody has issues with, most people have issues with their credit. And it's just someone taking the time saying, hey, let's help you. Let's look at this. Let's actually sit down, pull this, and let's look at this. And then because I'm not the credit counselor, so then I'm going to send you to someone that can help you further.
Okay.
That can really actually help you. So I think that's a huge, huge benefit.
And I think it shows, Okay, for someone who's taking the initiative to want to improve their credit, it shows that they're taking responsibility for their actions, for their life, and they want to, like I said, do better. Mm-hmm. And then also think about the legacy it's leaving for your children. If you have children or grandchildren or nieces or nephews, you're teaching them something different that they may not have otherwise known. I can remember growing up, credit was not discussed in our household. We knew that, mom, dad, auntie bought stuff. We didn't know how they got it. We didn't know how. Yep. We didn't know we didn't know much about saving or why we should save and why we shouldn't put everything on credit and finance this, that, and finance like we didn't. Those discussions weren't had, and now you have kids that are going off to college. They throw those credit cards at you, and so I fell into that trap. Came to college, I signed up for those credit cards, and then here I am, trying to rebuild. And absolutely, when I should have been protecting and building way back when. Yep. So, absolutely. All right. So the benefits, I know they outweigh. Just listen to you. I know they outweigh, the work that goes into reaching your goals and knocking those things off your list. So I really hope that people are taking full advantage of what you have to offer and letting you help them and walk them through this program.
Can we talk about the escrow?
Yes.
Do we have time to talk about that? Okay. Yeah. So the other huge incentive, this is the big incentive, is that we save escrow for the participant. So that means that's why I say it's kind of like a benefit if you're not working, because then when you begin working, of course, when you start working and you report your income, your rent is going to go up. We already know that. Okay. So a percentage of that goes into the escrow for you. So the more money you make, if you get raises, if they increase, whatever, you start from part-time to full-time, that means your income's going to go up. And then that means your rent is going to go up. So a percentage of that goes into an escrow savings for you. So if you are compliant, hence the word compliant, to all your goals, because there's a contract that you sign, there's a participation agreement that you're going to sign stating that you're going to complete all these goals that you've set. Okay. These are not goals that I want you to do. These are goals that you have set for yourself. Okay. So you can't say, Miss Kesha said, no, she didn't. This is what you said you wanted to do. Okay, so we're going to look through all these goals, and you're going to stay on target, and you're going to be on task, and you're going to complete these goals. At the end of your 5 years, then that's when you can graduate with your money. Now, some people, their income increases a little bit more rapidly than others, so sometimes they'll graduate the program earlier, and that's completely fine. So whatever you have in your escrow, because you've made so much, you've been pushed over the set line for Section 8. Okay. So of course you're gonna be graduated from Section 8. Further I'm gonna be on there. So but what happens even with that, I think I was telling you about the 6 month in that time frame, if you see that you may be a little fearful, you're not sure this is gonna work for you to get, it's not just the Section 8, it just won't be snatched from you. There's a time frame, and it gives you a little room to breathe and see if you can really be self-sufficient. Okay, to see if this is going to work. But anyway, the escrow is set aside for you, and that is what you can use if you want to put it towards a home, if you want to buy a car. That's your money, and it's legit your money.
That should be worth people money. Working hard.
But if you are not compliant, let me make that clear. If you are not compliant,
you lose.
You could forfeit your money. You could forfeit your money. So it's in your best interest to be compliant and to finish the contract and everything that you've said that you're going to do. Sometimes we can grant a 2-year extension on the 5 years. Okay. I was going to talk about Amanda Lewis. Yes. I did not get to meet her, but she graduated in March of 2018. So she was on the program from 2011 until 2018. I can say her name because we pretty much use her as a prime example when people come in, and she signed. Anyway, so I can say her name. She was on there from 2011 until 2018. Okay. And she went to school. her first goal was full-time employment.
Okay.
And with benefits. She did that.
Wow.
Okay. Her second goal was financial management. She followed a budget. She paid all of her bills on time. She increased her credit score by 238 points. Her third goal, home ownership ready. Notice I said ready. Okay. So she completed a first-time home buyer's workshop. She received a pre-qualification letter from a bank to buy a home. So she got pre-qualified. Her fourth was to be entrepreneurship ready. So she completed a small business workshop. She obtained a small business license, and she now has a small business along with her employment. So she graduated, and I can say her amount with over $30,000 in her account, in her escrow account. And you can see, am I lying? You see the picture right there with that check in her hand?
So between 2011 to 18, she was able to acquire $30,000.
She went to school. She graduated. She got a fantastic job. Her income kept increasing. So the more her income increased, her rent increased. So a percentage of that percentage kept increasing to go to her escrow. So that's how she was able to graduate with so much. I have someone that's getting ready to graduate in December, and she'll have over $17,000 if she finishes up.
That's amazing. We're gonna put a pause right there. When we come back, I'll let you wrap up some more information about obligations and anything else we didn't cover. I'm sorry, I keep getting you sidetracked. And thank you everyone out there for listening and tuning in. But we'll be right back after these announcements.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. The Federal Trade Commission continues to warn consumers to watch out for fake debt scams. Here are some tips from the FTC to protect yourself from this type of scam. If someone calls to collect a debt you don't recognize, request the caller's name, company, street address, and telephone number. In some cases, asking for this information will be enough to cause a scammer to hang up. Refuse to discuss the debt until you receive a validation notice, which includes the amount owed, the name of the creditor you owe, and your rights under the Federal Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. If an address is provided, send a letter requesting the caller to cease contact. Do not provide the caller with personal, financial, or other sensitive information, and do not be intimidated into giving it up. Hang up and contact your creditor directly about the suspicious calls and find out who or if the creditor has authorized someone to collect the debt. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization focused on joy in our sisterhood, power in our voice, and service in our hearts. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Money Matters is brought to you by Bancorp South, offering checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and wealth management. 5 locations in Jonesboro to serve you. www.bancorpsouth.com or 870-972-9800.
KLEK thanks CJ Pepper and the staff of Life Strategies Counseling Incorporated for helping people through hard times in life such as depression, family issues, stress, abuse, and more. They offer counseling and therapy for all ages, individuals, families, and groups. They are located at 1217 Stone Street. Phone number 1-866-972-1268 or online at lscihelp.com.
House of Details, located at 3915 East Highland in Jonesboro, is a proud supporter of KLEK, offering detailing on any type of vehicle, basic wash, hand wash, shampoo, interior cleaning, waxing, buffering, headlight restoration, pickup, delivery, and more, with the motto of anything mean we can clean. Details at 870-273-5187. House of Details on Facebook and at klekfm.org.
Mrs. Polly's Motivational Barbecue, CAB, located 2908 South Caraway in Jonesboro in the parking lot of Teletech. Mrs. Polly's Motivational Barbecue offers barbecue pork sandwiches, barbecue chicken, Philly cheesesteaks, nachos, and more for carry-out or catering at special events. Open Wednesday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Details at 870-2 243-8747 or Mrs. Polly's Motivational Barbecue CAB on Facebook.
Check out Melvin Williams of the Williams Brothers every Sunday morning from 5 to 7 a.m. here on KLEK for the Melvin Williams Down Home Gospel Radio Show, playing the very best in quartet and inspirational gospel music that you'll love, as well as feature interviews with all of your favorite gospel artists. It's Melvin Williams Down Home Gospel Radio Show, Sundays from 5 to 7 a.m. on KLEK 102.5 FM.
The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated was established on January 1st, 1977, originally serving Blytheville, Arkansas, and now serving Jonesboro, Blytheville, Osceola, Marion, and West Memphis, Arkansas. Today, the chapter continues to make an impact by focusing on Alpha's national community outreach initiatives such as My Brother's Keeper, A Voteless People is a Hopeless People, Go to High School, Go to College, Project Alpha, Boy Scouts, and the March of Dimes. The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is committed to Alpha's mission of developing leaders, promoting brotherhood and academic excellence, while providing service and advocacy to the community. More information about the Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is available at MOL Alphas on Facebook or via email at molalphas@gmail.com.
KLEK 102.5 FM wants to be active in the community. If you or your organization is hosting a community service event, we would like to know about it and be a part of it. KLEK will promote your event on air, online, and on social media. KLEK personalities may also attend the event and provide music and or entertainment. Certain restrictions and availability may apply. If you or your organization would like to partner with KLEK to make the Jonesboro community a better place, call 870-277-1080 or email us at klek@klekfm.org. In order for a community announcement or church announcement to be aired on KLEK 102.5 FM, we ask that the announcement be sent at minimum 1 week in advance. Thank you for supporting KLEK 102.5 FM.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I want to say good morning to a few people. Haven't been ignoring you. We've just been really enjoying our conversation this morning. I want to say good morning to Miss Denise Moody. Says, you go, sis, cuz. Miss Cora says, inspiring. And Keandra is so funny.
She's hilarious.
Talk about the credit report, credit stuff on the credit is going to be there. Miss Amanda Faye, good morning to you. Betty McHouston, and Mr. Jason King. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope that you are taking notes and passing this information on to somebody else. Please share this video and information. All right, so my guest again is Mrs. Kesha Haggans from the Jonesboro Urban Renewal and Housing Authority HUD office, whatever you want to call it. But she works with the FSS program, Family Self-Sufficiency Program. So we're going to get back into our conversation, let her wrap up anything we did not cover, and maybe recap some things we talked about in the beginning. Okay. All right.
So, you want to talk about the obligations? Is that what you want to talk about? Okay. So some of the obligations when participants say, like I said, when I recruit new participants, I will go through the waiting list. I will send out letters. It's their responsibility. I give them a certain time frame, about 2 weeks, to get in contact with me. Now, sometimes if I haven't heard, sometimes I will call and just say, hey, did you get my letter? Okay. Especially if I think there'll be a good candidate for it, then I will call, say, hey, did you get my letter? Sometimes they'll say, yeah, I just misplaced it, or I didn't know because I don't have a job. I didn't know, if I stood in good standing to get into the program. So we'll do a 30-minute briefing meeting just to go through everything to see if this is something that they're interested in. Okay. So we do let them know that there is a contract that you sign, and this contract states your goals. Okay. We go through your goals line by line of what you want to do, because this is a 5-year contract that you're signing, and then we have the participation agreement stating that you're going to participate in the workshops and the meetings. Whatever we have going on, you're saying in here that you're also going to remain in right standing with Section 8 as well. Okay. So you're going to still follow their guidelines and then follow the guidelines of the FSS program as well. Okay. And I also want to touch on the PCC committee that we have, and so this is the advisory committee for the FSS program. So I'm going to just say some of the agencies that we do work with. I can't get like specific names of people, but a few of the agencies that we work with are Social Rentals, AR Early Learning Inc., Jonesboro Pre-K Center, American Red Cross, CRDC. I've mentioned Bancorp South, Helping Neighbors Food Pantry, and the Arkansas Single Parent Scholarship, Legal Aid of Arkansas, and the Goodwill Career Center. So Bancorps that we work really close with them. Goodwill Career Center, that is for if they're looking for jobs, they need help with resume building. That is who we send them to help with that.
And I don't think people understand how important it is. Even now, I notice trying to help my son apply for jobs, in the past years, even for non-corporate jobs, you have to submit a resume. They want to see your work history, and then some of them want a cover letter.
Yes, yes. Some people want a cover letter. Absolutely.
So knowing how to put a resume together and what order needs to be in, and all that good stuff, it's very important.
Absolutely. So I do want to say, now we do encourage our participants, if you're not working, you can still get signed up on the program. Right now, the waiting list is about 157 people. So, but I do go through the waiting list. I do go through it monthly. I go through the waiting list. But it is about 157, and we do get people that, I probably get probably about 4 to 5 waiting list applicants about every other week, 4 to 5, something like that. So they're added to the list, and so the waiting list it grows.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now these are people that have already been approved for Section 8.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You have to be on Section 8 to be a part of the program.
So I guess having a waiting list that long, could be a testament to say that people are interested in the program. That's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so when do you see your next graduating class, or do people just graduate individually at different times?
We do have a cluster that should be coming out we have one in December, we have a few in 20, and we have a cluster in 22.
Okay.
So just that 5 year, when they sign up, it's the 5 years starting from the date that you sign up. So, but we do have a cluster of 2022 should be a good year.
All right. So before we wrap up, in our last minute or so, any final words, some encouragement, or just any notes that you would like to leave?
I would like to say, if you are on Section 8, if this program it is a very beneficial program. Okay. If you have any questions, you can call me at 870-336-9608 and ask any questions. I'm available. If you just want to come and talk about it before you even sign up on the waiting list, I don't mind. It's very beneficial. It's very life-changing. And I just think it would just be a huge help just to boost self-confidence, period. So,
can we get that phone number one more time?
It is 870-336-9608. That's my number at the AKA HUD office.
I'm sure they message you. Oh my goodness. I can't thank you enough for coming and sharing this valuable information. And I look forward to hearing more success stories from the participants in the program. And so if there are ever any more updates or announcements, please send them our way. We'll be happy to put it out there in the community for you.
Awesome. Absolutely.
All right. And thank you to everyone who tuned in. Thank you for your feedback. Please share this video. Share it with someone you know. We hope to see more people signed up and participating and benefiting from this program. Let's make everyone possible self-sufficient.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. You all have a great and happy Saturday. Be blessed.
Thank you for listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place while offering